right, guys, hello. I've covered this topic before, and I'm basically going to go over the exact same things just so that way it's in a format that works a whole lot better for YouTube. So here we go. Let's talk about skincare. Now, one of the things that I do get asked a lot as a personal trainer, and it's usually by clients who have lost a lot of weight, maybe they recently had a baby, or they're getting older and they kind of have that crepey skin, is how do you take care of that skin? And so the answer that's the best bang for your buck, easiest thing on your wallet, easiest thing on your timeline is going to be dry brushing. You just have to do it regularly, okay? Okay, so one of the things that we're first going to be going over is the dermal layer. Let's take a peek at that really quick so that everything else makes sense, okay? One of the things that you're gonna see in the diagram is how the skin is laid out. First, you've got those top two layers of the skin. Underneath that, you've got that subcutaneous fat, and then you have the muscle underneath it all, okay? Now, the muscle and the skin layers attach onto each other with different connective tissue, and it's different in men versus women, okay? Now, in men, the connective tissue forms in more of a crisscross pattern, and this helps the fat to store in a lot more even of a pattern, which is why everything looks a whole lot smoother on men versus women. The connective tissue on women is more of a vertical pattern, making a column, and this means that that pressure isn't being put as even across those fat cells as they expand. And this is why you see a whole lot more of that dimpling and the noticeable cellulite, okay? And so the best ways to help get rid of this visible, noticeable cellulite, because it's always going to be there, but helping get rid of the appearance is to stimulate, hydrate, and nourish the skin, okay? Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is the stimulating portion, okay? Now, with that stimulation portion that comes with the dry brushing, if you're doing it regularly, there's a few things that are going to be happening, okay? One, you're taking off that top layer of the skin cells, just that most superficial layer, and you're telling your body that it needs to turn over a new layer of cells faster. By doing this on a regular basis, you're promoting an increased production of new healthy cells on top of increasing your blood flow to the area, improving the circulation, okay? The other thing is that you're kind of tricking your body into thinking that it's got an injury, and when it does that, your body's going to send different nutrients and cells that it needs in order to make the repair to the injury that it thinks is going on. But when it gets to the point that it sees that the only thing it needs to repair is the loose connective tissues, that's what it's going to be really focusing on. And that's when we start to see more of that tightening of the skin layer to the muscle layer as you lose that subcutaneous fat. But again, you need to be doing it on a regular basis in order to see the most coming out of that, okay? Now, the next step is going to be to hydrate, okay? Most people are typically going to be doing this before they take a shower, and it's not required that you shower after dry brushing every single time, especially if you're going to be doing it twice a day. But regardless of if you're following up the dry brushing with a shower or not, the most important step afterwards is going to be to moisturize your skin. You can use lotion, you can use a conditioner bar, you can use oil if you absolutely need to. Everybody's skin is going to be different, and you need to do what works best for you, but you need to follow up the dry brushing with that full body moisturizing routine, okay? Now, on top of the skin moisturizing, you do still need to be hydrating the body by drinking lots of water. Your skin is a detoxifying organ, and this is a big reason why people are always telling you you need to drink lots of water. It helps to kind of cleanse everything out of the body. And this is also why you start seeing a lot of initial breakouts when you first increase your water intake. If you start breaking out at first, it's a good sign that your body needed a little extra help clearing the gunk out of the system. So make sure that you are hydrating that skin as we're turning over the new layer of cells, okay? And then that final step is going to be to nourish the skin. Your body has different vitamins and minerals and whatnot that it needs in order to help facilitate that recovery, and also that youthful appearance that you want, that kind of rejuvenated appearance. And so this is going to be a different list of vitamins and minerals that your body needs. We're not going to get into all of the different benefits to those vitamins and minerals right now, but we do need to get on to the dry brushing portion. So really quickly, I get asked a lot as well about the kind of dry brush that people need. You do not need anything expensive. You'll see that I don't have any massaging anything in there, because usually in order to get those massage nodules working to the point where you massage your body, you're really, really tearing it up with the brush, and we just don't need to do that, okay? Again, you don't want this stored in your shower. It should stay dry. Your skin needs to be dry, and this one here, you'll see is detachable. This is where the label once was, and I never got all the stickies off, but detachable, so if I need to use it for my back, I absolutely can, but then for everything else, it's a whole lot easier to use. So let's get into it. All right, so for the purpose of this video, you'll see that I still am clothed, but you guys will need to be undressed in order for everything to be most effective, okay? Now, when you're doing this, you need to make sure that your skin is pulled tight. You do not want to be sitting down. You don't want anything rolling over, whatnot. So whatever you do, tight skin, okay? Now, what you're going to be doing, whatever area you're in, every area you're in, is you need to start in a circle pattern, okay? Some people debate whether it needs to be one way versus the other. You need to go in a circular pattern, and you're gonna cover a couple inches where you're at, okay? Now, once the area starts feeling a little irritated, it shouldn't feel like it's hurting, but once it starts feeling irritated, you're gonna swipe up towards your heart, and then you're gonna move into the next area. Move down, few rounds of circles. If you want to hit both directions, play it safe, absolutely allowed to, but make sure you finish off with that sweep up towards the heart. Help recirculate everything, okay? On the stomach, you want to be pulling the skin nice and tight as you go. I'm leaning back a little bit to help everything stay nice and tight, and some areas are going to get a whole lot more easily irritated than others, okay? Ladies, if you are working on your chest area, and sometimes for the guys too, because some guys do have a lot of extra skin that they want to have tightened up around here. You don't want the super soft skin around here to get irritated, so you're going to pull that out of the way, and then you'll do your circles there, okay? Now you guys will see that with this long handle, it does make it kind of difficult. So this is where having that detachable handle really comes in handy. I can focus on a single area. Now you guys really should not be covering your face with this. We don't need to be covering up on the neck or anything like that. There are specific brushes for this type of skin. So do not be doing the brush on your face, okay? Now, covering for the back, you guys can lean over and do your circles from there. You can do it with a long handle if you absolutely need to. You can also ask somebody if you feel like you can trust them. But dry brushing, make sure that you're doing it. It shouldn't be taking more than about 10 minutes maximum. And then you're going to be doing it 1 to 2 times a day, okay? Make sure when you're done, you are hydrating your skin, moisturize it, put some lotion on, drink your water during the day, and make sure that you're getting foods, vitamins, and minerals that are going to help with the strength, elasticity, and the repair of your skin. Remember, consistency over everything. If you miss a day, don't scrap the entire week. Get your ass back on it. It's only a couple minutes, and you might as freaking well, okay?